today's video, we're going to be doing a walk around and a road test on this beautiful 88 w126 420 SE. It's a one-owner car that Bella collected this past weekend on the garden route, and we'll be restoring and then offering it for sale. A really beautiful example, low mileage, done about 180,000 Ks, and you'll see the interior when we take a walk around that, and we'll take it for a nice drive as well. Enjoy the video, and if you enjoy the videos on this channel, please subscribe and let me know if there's anything else you'd specifically like to see, and we'll see how we can accommodate you. Enjoy the video.
So it's so nice again to find myself in a 126. I haven't driven one for a while. These batterings of Volvos and Mazdas and stuff, and you know, this is just, you know, it feels right at home, eh? Nice and comfortable. I love these V8s. They're just such a nice, easy drive. So relaxing as well. You know, you go along on the freeway, you hardly feel it at all. And quite a bit of power, the 420 SE as well. Everything seems to work in this car. Even the aircon. I'll turn that off there. I'm just going to go get some petrol for it. But yeah, these basically came out as a replacement to the 380 SE. So here in South Africa, in any case, the 380 SE was the, until about 86, was the top of the 126 range. So we had the 280 SE here and the 380 SE. And then in 86 when the 380 SE, I've got the doors open here. Hold on a second.
Oh.
There we go. When the 380 SE was discontinued in 86, it was replaced by this, the 420 SE in 87, and it ran as the top of the local range until 89, when the 500 SE and 560 SE L was launched here as the top, and then the 420 SE was discontinued. So it ran here in South Africa as the top of the range from 87 to 89. And yeah, absolutely beautiful cars, and because of the limited production run here, you know, it's become scarcer, and values have increased nicely on it. Just remember that the 500 ran right through until 93 here in South Africa, and we the last place in the world that the 126s were produced. And as I said, carried on right up to 93, and the last 100 of them had it was a limited edition, so they're all numbered and they had plaques and stuff like that. But anyway, that's a story for another day. Just getting back to this car, it's just so nice to see that the wood trim is intact. The center console as well, no cracks in it. The windows seem to work, or they do work. They seem to work. And it's done around 180,000 kilometers. Just done a nice long trip up, as you can see from the walk around video when you watch that. I'll explain that Bella picked it up and drove it yesterday, the day before up. Leather as well, it's beautiful condition in this car. It really is. All the seats are the same. A one-owner car as well. And I've never owned a car for that long. I mean, somebody buys it in 1988 and hangs on to it until 2024, and only does 180,000 Ks at that time. The sound of a V8, eh? Beautiful. That gear shift as well is magnificent, eh?
Very smooth.
Soft, very smooth. And when you're driving up, how did you find it? Cruise control was working as well, eh?
Yeah, it works. No problems.
Really nice. What is this guy doing here? Chugging the load. And I see that the self-leveling suspension has been deactivated at the back. Standard shocks and springs, which is a good thing. You know, the standard shocks and springs are never going to give any hassles.
Yeah.
And you know, they offer 280 SE or 380 SE in any case. So the ride quality is not affected at all by doing that. Try and get past this guy. We're going to put some petrol in, and we carry on with the drive after that. Before we carry on with that drive though, I'm going to do a quick walk around the car and just show you what it looks like inside. open up the bonnet, have a look at that, and then we'll carry on with that test drive and do the 80 to 120 k/h acceleration test as well. See how this one does in comparison to the others. So please stay with us and enjoy the
beautiful 88 420 SE that Bella went down to the Garden Reach to collect this past weekend and drove it up. Drove absolutely beautifully up, and I just want to do a quick walk around. It looks like a nice one-owner car, and it's got a few issues that she'll be sorting out before it moves on to the next owner, but small things. She drove it all the way up, and it's really beautiful inside. It's one of the nicest I've seen in a long time. I mean, have a look at that wooden center console. Have a look at the seats, the door cards, the dash. See, it's got the original overlays as well. Been garaged all the time here. Absolutely beautiful. Looks like it's done around 180,000 Ks. The old car kit inside there. I remember those from the 90s. I always had them in my car as well. Nice place to rest. Looks like an Ericsson one. Very nice. Let me open up the bonnet and have a look in there. And Billy, you said it ran nicely, huh? Really nicely. The beauty with these things is, on the open road, you cruise at 130 and the thing's revving at 2,500 revs. Just barely ticking over. M116 motor, 420 SE, got the ABS. I see the self-leveling suspension is deactivated. It's got regular shocks and springs in the back. Other than that, pretty standard, and the bodywork's nice as well. Just close that. There we go. The bumper's uncracked. Big tires, the original alloys as well. Just love the interior. You just don't see them like that. When was the last time you saw a 126 without a cracked wooden centerpiece, center console? Yeah, and seats like this. You'll see when we take this for a drive, you'll see how effortlessly they perform. Absolutely magnificent long distance car, and on the open road they're really not too bad, these V8s. From a consumption point of view, and obviously it's just revving at 2,500 revs as you're going along, barely ticking over, and supremely comfortable. Supremely comfortable. This back here. You fire it up.
It's a mobilizer.
Is it? Okay, so push the button. This one.
Yeah.
There we go. Fires right up into a nice V8 burble there.
Done. Let's get on with this test drive and let's see how it accelerates. So we put some petrol in this beast. Let's get going here. Oh, nice sound, eh? And the thing with these V8s, they actually aren't too bad at all on the open road with consumption. Because it's barely ticking over at 130 or something, you're revving it about 2,500 revs. You don't constantly need to kick down and stuff like that to overtake. Plenty of power, and it just moves. So as we approach the place where the road opens up here a bit, I'll get it to 80. And then we'll do our 80 to 120 k/h here. Okay, so that's 80, and we floor it. Didn't even kick down one gear. And there we are, 120. Just like that. And that was revving from like 2,000, wasn't frantic redlining it or something, it was sort of 2,000 to 3,000 revs. And it's got more than enough torque to go and overtake and go up any hill, and that's the beauty of it. And I remember back in the early 90s, Billa's mum at the time lived down in Durban, and I was up in Joburg, and I used to travel down on weekends in a little Corolla company car. And I'd be going on the N3 at 130 in my car, and these captains of industry, the 500 SEs and the 420 SEs and all these V8 Mercs, these 126s just come flying past you at enormous speeds. Make it feel like you're standing still, and just realize how important it is to work hard in life. And yeah, it was a real, just a memory that always stuck with me. And the guys would look so cool and relaxed, and they'd get to Durban in half the time that I would. And that's really what these cars are for. They're beautiful over-road driving cars, and around town as well. I mean, just really, really nice. I've owned lots of them. In fact, I've owned all of them except a 560 SEL or SEC. I haven't had either of the 560s, but all the others I've owned at some point. And the 420 is a nice mix because it's a V8, and it's a little bit newer than the 380 SE, but still has a degree of simplicity. So you don't have the electric seats that you have in the 500 and the 560. Not in South Africa anyway. There's one less thing to go wrong. And just a beautiful, beautiful car. You get the opportunity to buy one, snap them up. The values are going up tremendously of late, and it's just a good investment. But it's so nice to see a one-owner car like this, just well looked after for all those years. It's funny, 126s, they often have that rattle in the door, and that's the rubber around the edge of the door rubber, and it just gets a bit dry, and you put a bit of Vaseline on there and it just solves that problem. It stops the rattle. Common issue with them. But yeah, it drives very nicely, Bella. How was your consumption coming through? Did you...
It used about half a tank.
Okay.
Yeah, 200 Ks, half a tank.
Okay. But you didn't fill up or anything, it just, you're going by the gauge?
Yeah. Listen to that. This goes, eh? And what do you think? I mean, you've been driving a lot of 124s and 123s of late. What do you think about this one? I really like 126s. I like how long the bonnet is.
It's just a different class car, eh?
Yeah.
It really does. I mean, you're looking at a car that's around 40 years old. Just doesn't feel it, eh? Doesn't feel it at all. Even got the original back of this one. But the nice thing, has ABS. We never did get airbags on 126s here in South Africa, not even driver's ones. Even the very last ones produced in '93 didn't come with an airbag. A driver's airbag, let alone a passenger one. And I know they were available elsewhere in the world, but yeah, sadly we didn't get that. But it does have ABS. And back in the day, yeah, they were the safest car on the road. 126s. Really, really beautiful. Well, I think you take it for a drive and see what you think.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll pull over here. Let's see how she does her U-turn here now. Look at that, eh? It's a long car, and it's no worse than the others. Let's go for a drive with Billa. Hey, beautiful car, Billa.
Very
Really nice, eh? So what are you going to do? Keep it? Why?
Sale.
You need a 126 though.
I'm also looking for a Mazda.
Another Mazda.
One for me now.
Oh, okay. Yeah. What, a MX-6?
MX-5.
Ah, okay. Oh, guy's going like a rocket there. 60k an hour speed limit here. Oh, I love the sound of the V8,
It's really nice.
It'll just make you want to do road trips. Eh?
Yeah.
Instead of going back to work, go down to Cape Town, eh? Anyway, if you enjoyed the video, please subscribe, and if you would like to see anything else specifically, let me know, and I'll try and see if we can't do that as well for you as we arrive back here at the old Burkar warehouse. Let me open up. Really beautiful car. Look at the leather in the back as well. Roof lining.
Very good condition.
Pretty stunning, eh? Armrest is intact with that wood trim as well. I mean, you just don't see it like that. Rebecca. Very nice dash. And the aircon works.
Yeah.
Oh, well done, Bills. That was a good buy.